This is the weekend edition of iFiber One News, where we present some of the top stories from this week and your weekend weather forecast. I'm Bethany Jenks. Stay tuned for the weekend edition of iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your number one source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
One of our top stories for this week comes from Soap Lake, where a woman is making and selling apple pie to raise money to fill shoe boxes with gifts for children across the world. Darla Grubb met with iFiber One News to tell us her story.
Inside a shoebox.
Darla Grubb is using her family's abundance of apples to help make Christmas time a joyful experience for children around the world. Grubb is one of the Pheasant family members who operate a 400-acre apple orchard near Soap Lake. She is making apple pies and crisps to help pay for shipping of gift shoe boxes to needy children. Sending out the shoe boxes is a tradition started by Operation Christmas Child, part of Christian-supported Samaritan's Purse International Relief. Grubb said the shoebox program is intended to show children goodwill from around the world.
It's to show them that there are people out there that love them, that they care about them, with no strings attached.
The Samaritan's Purse website says the organization provides food, water, shelter, medicine, and other assistance in the name of Jesus Christ.
Well, 7 years ago, I discovered Operation Christmas Child because it's been going on for 20 years. But I found out about it and I just started packing shoe boxes. About 2 years ago, I decided I wanted to get more involved in Operation Christmas Child, so I became a team member for Samaritan's Purse for Operation Christmas Child. And I decided I needed to find a way to raise money to help with the shipping. Because not only do we make the shoe boxes for the children, they suggest a $7 donation because it gets shipped in over 112 countries in many different ways. You know, planes, boats, but there's in the back of camels.
Grubb talked about the Samaritan's Purse shoebox gift program.
These are children from 112 countries that are poor, poverty-stricken areas, third world countries. Even there are some children in the United States that receive these shoe boxes. And these shoe boxes are filled with school supplies. They're filled with hygiene items like toothbrushes, toothpaste, soap, washcloths. They're filled with toys. They're filled with things to play with, stuffed animals, things to love. Things that they would never not get in their country, that United States we have abundance of.
Grubb leads the Basin Youth Bells, an Ephrata area group of youths who ring out Christmas tunes with handbells. She said young Youth Bells members are filling shoeboxes for shipping.
Last year, our Basin Youth Bells, we filled 192 shoe boxes. And now we've been gathering items for 300 this year, shoe boxes. But worldwide, last year, 2013, we sent over 9.9 million shoe boxes out to kids.
To help Operation Christmas Child, contact Grubb at 509-750-0635. Pheasant Orchard's pies and apple crisps are still available for purchase at the Orchard's fruit stand located at 19461 Road B Northwest in Soap Lake. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
The Pheasant Orchard Fruit Stand is open Thursday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. In Moses Lake, police officers and firefighters joined students at Peninsula Elementary School as part of International Walk to School Day. iFiber One News joined in on the morning walk.
Students at Peninsula Elementary School in Moses Lake walked to school Wednesday morning as part of International Walk to School Day. The students were joined by Moses Lake police officers and firefighters, as well as Mayor Dick Dean and Deputy Mayor Karen Liebrecht. The walk was a good reminder for students and drivers to stay safe walking to and from school. This is the first year the school has participated in the event.
The real reason that we're doing this is to promote physical activity for our kids and also to alleviate some of the congestion that we have here at the school from all the buses and the parent pickup and drop off. So we're trying to spread that out. We have different designated areas that we want kids to be dropped off so that they can walk to school and participate in this day. We had a huge community support, and that means a lot to us.
The students met up at designated walking points and waved at passing cars before heading to school. International Walk to School Day is held every October in communities in more than 40 countries across the world.
Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We will be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Angus Lee, the Grant County Prosecutor, and I've spent my entire adult life committed to public service. As a younger man, I fought for our country in the United States Marines, and I was awarded the Combat Action Ribbon and the Purple Heart. For nearly a decade now, I've been fighting criminals here in Grant County. My trial record speaks for itself. I have convictions in over 90% of my jury trials, and I've personally prosecuted the most serious cases, and I've won.
Angus Lee, the proven crime fighter.
I'm Angus Lee, and I approve this message.
I'm Daryl Pheasant. I've been your treasurer for 28 years. I take my oath seriously, following the laws consistently and fairly. This complex job depends on experience. Experience to run a $200 million public investment pool. Experience working with state agencies, banks, attorneys, title companies. Experience to know the law and be able to explain it. With reduced staffing, we need a working treasurer. Let me continue working hard for you. Public service, experience, leadership that is unmatched. Vote Daryl Pheasant for County Treasurer.
Hey everybody, meteorologist Don Morelli with you here on iFiber Channel 1 News Weather. Your forecast overnight tonight, taking us through the weekend, is brought to you by Bud Clary Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Well, the big thing the next 24 hours is the winds are going to start picking up a bit overnight tonight and more so tomorrow. But all in all, it's going to be a blustery day. But by Sunday, things are really going to look nice. Sunday looks like a real winter, maybe some clouds coming in late in the day. And then a big cool down, as I mentioned yesterday, and unsettled midweek weather next week. So we're looking for maybe snow levels around 4,000 feet, 4,500 feet with this next system. So a slow cool down, and then really, really chilly coming our way, starting mainly Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. In the meantime, today, wasn't it nice? 77 and 46 the extremes today, still in the above normal category. So I hope you're enjoying this above normal warmth because, as I mentioned, midweek next week, you'll be wanting these warmer temperatures to come back. 76 degrees and 40 in Moses Lake. And again, the normal 66 and 37. So again, above normal. Currently outside, what a Friday evening on tap. 75 degrees, some high clouds coming on in, the breeze 10 miles an hour, but watch it increase overnight tonight, 15, maybe 20 miles an hour, especially past the midnight hour, and then even increasing more, maybe 30, 35 miles an hour times here in the basin on our upcoming Saturday. It might actually pick up a little dust, so be prepared for that. Here's the forecast again. Here's this frontal boundary. It's really a relatively weak front that's moving through. Some mountain showers possible with it passing. And you can see still some residual moisture to our north and west, even if one or two tries to get over the Columbia Basin, but I don't think so. They'll all get squeezed out in the mountains. And then our eyes will focus after Sunday to our west with this system. A big, big pocket of cold air carving out in the Pacific is going to be moving inland during the early to mid portion of the week next week. And it's going to remain a little chilly and unsettled as it does move on in. And as I mentioned, the snow levels to the passes might get a little slick. I don't think it's anything big, no big storm, but still unsettled nonetheless. West of the Cascades, a little showery, inland northwest. Not too bad, maybe a sprinkle there as well, but here in the Columbia Basin, we are looking pretty good, just a little bit on the breezy side for our Saturday. Again, upper 60s, lower to mid 70s again, which is still above normal. So that's good news. Now we'll take the above normal temperatures and slide it to more seasonal levels Sunday and even pop it back up on Monday. Again, the change is taking place Tuesday into Wednesday. Getting a little cold in the morning, maybe some 30s, as I mentioned yesterday. But again, Till then, it's going to be a windy Saturday.
What does it take to be the most fuel-efficient, full-line automotive manufacturer? Fuel-efficient vehicles, of course. And at Toyota, we've got them. From Camry and Camry Hybrid to Corolla, the best-selling car in the world, all the way to our Prius family, delivering up to 53 mpg. The great news is right now you could take advantage of financing as low as 0% or cash back savings of up to $1,000, all while enjoying excellent fuel economy. For full details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
This is Garth Dano. I'm asking for your vote for Grant County Prosecutor, and have practiced law here with my family for 34 years. I care about this county and the people who live and raise their families here. I'm committed to improving our justice system in Grant County so we can all be proud of it. I will hold serious offenders accountable and will work with all our police officers to protect the public. Currently, it takes 3 to 4 years to have a civil trial heard in our courts. I am committed to working with the judges to solve this unnecessary delay. Please vote for me in the upcoming general election. I am Garth Dano, and I approve this message.
Moses Lake held its first meet in the new pool at the high school last night. The Chiefs kicked off the open in fine fashion with a Jimi Hendrix rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner. Moses Lake then followed that up with a sweep of the triple duel competition.
The Chiefs finally got to break water in the new pool as they hosted a triple duel meet Thursday. Moses Lake had little trouble with the competition, swimming past Sunnyside, Eisenhower, and Davis. The Chiefs took the bite out of the Grizzlies 113-69, crushed the Cadets 131-51, and sank the Pirates 145-31. Moses Lake moves to 8-1 on the season with the wins. The team trails undefeated defending state champ Wenatchee by 1 win in the Big 9 League standings. Moses Lake is back in the water today for an 11-dive meet in Wenatchee.
It's homecoming night in Ephrata as the Tigers host the Selah Vikings at Kiwanis Field. Reporter Sean Wells has a story.
The Ephrata Tigers stayed undefeated in CWAC conference play. A 26-20 win over Grandview keeps them tied for first in the CWAC with Prosser and Ellensburg, and remain number 9 in the state in the most recent Seattle Times 2A rankings. Conference rivals Selah head to town tonight in a showdown of 2 top teams. Selah would love to spoil homecoming night for Ephrata and jump ahead of them in the CWAC standings. The Tigers look to improve to 5-1 in conference play tonight. For iFiber 1 News, Sean Wells.
Alicia Overland scored 4 first-half goals, and the Chiefs blanked Eisenhower 7-0 last night. Overland put 3 balls in the back of the Cadet net within the first 9 minutes of play. Her twin sister Stephanie added 1 at the 15-minute mark. Jesse Loretto put 1 in 20 minutes into the contest, and Moses Lake led 6-0 at the break. True to his mantra, Coach Char pulled the majority of his starters in the second half to avoid running up the score. Michaela Loudon put the final goal in the Eisenhower box at the 58th minute. Keeper Jeanette Alvarado barely broke a sweat as the Cadets only got off 1 shot on frame in the match. The Ephrata Tigers turned back the Huskies 2-1 in double overtime in Othello last night. It was the 11th win in a row for the number 4 ranked Ephrata Tigers. The Huskies led 1-0 at the break. Hallie Berryman tied the match 1-1 in the 60th minute and sent it to overtime. Natalie Hussey's goal off a Berryman assist at the 87th minute sealed it for the Tigers. Ephrata keeper Adriana Simmons recorded 4 saves in the match. Quincy Volleyball was looking to put back-to-back wins together when Selah came to town last night, but the Vikings had another thing in mind and took the match in 3 sets behind strong play of Carista Goodpaster. The loss drops the Jacks to 2-2 in CWAC League play and 4-5 overall. Quincy is back on the court in Grandview Tuesday. Well, there are plenty of high school sporting events going on in the Basin this weekend, so if you have the opportunity, get out and root on your local teams. Coaches and players will appreciate your support. iFiber Communications will be broadcasting the Ephrata Selah football game tonight at 7. Sean Wells and Cody Johnson will be calling the live action. We'll be right back after this.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
I'm Jacob Taylor, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor. As a certified public accountant, I hold myself to the highest level of ethical standards. As a former assistant state auditor and the current director of budget and accounting for Grant County, I have spent my entire professional career working in governmental finance. Please vote to ensure your next county auditor is certified with the experience and integrity necessary to lead Grant County forward. Vote Jacob Taylor, CPA, for Grant County Auditor.
Our next story is about the reopening of the Moses Lake High School swimming pool. Reporter Jeff Chu met up with some of the high school swimmers to get their take on the upgrades.
Moses Lake High School swimmers are now enjoying an Olympic-sized pool under a new roof. Carla Partita, a member of the girls' swim team for 3 years, voiced approval for the new facility.
I love it. I mean, the bubble, it was kind of weird seeing it go down because it was like part of our childhood, but like, it's cool. The blocks are so cool, and the pool's like nice and spacious.
Haley Jo Tolliver, also on the swim team for 3 years, was also pleased.
It's so much better. It's amazing. So like before, the pool had really bad humidity, and so like bad hair day every day, and now it's consistently like 70 degrees in here, I think. And so it's really nice. It makes it easier to breathe too, because we'd have a lot of asthma attacks because the girls, they couldn't breathe because of all the humidity.
The $3.6 million structure replaces the plastic bubble which used to surround the pool. The district decided to build a new pool structure because of problems with humidity and mold. The pool closed last year after construction started on the 13,000 square foot building to house the pool. While students will get first priority in pool use, public hours will be 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Mark Johnson, Executive Director of Operations at Moses Lake School District, said the new building is a major improvement.
This facility is different 2 or 3 really important ways. Number one, it's designed specifically as a pool building. And I guess that's the greatest difference with the bubble. The bubble was never intended to be, first, a permanent facility, and second, I don't think it was ever designed for pool use. More often you'll see facilities like that for indoor soccer, recreational facilities that aren't so humid.
It has about 2,000 square feet in additional space. The structure with natural lighting comes with humidity control and a new sound system. Bleachers to seat about 350 are being installed.
That'll be here sometime the middle of the month, and then we get to play a Rector set with them and put them together. And some of the boxes that are over on the north side now are the caps for those seats.
The school district paid about $1.4 million, and the state office of the superintendent of public instruction funded the rest. Johnson said the pool remains the most used facility in the school district.
We keep saying this is the most used classroom in the school district. We'll serve in excess of 200 kids a day through this pool, and that doesn't include all of our community use. That's just our student use. Particularly when we have our 5th graders, those numbers go up.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Michelle Jaderlin, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor. So why should you vote for me? I've lived here for 30 years, and for the past 23 years, I've worked for Grant County. I know every aspect of the job. The people at the county know and rely on me, and know I will be here when they need me. The auditor handles a great deal of money that needs to be accounted for by someone who is committed to serving the people of Grant County. My name is Michelle Jaderlin, and I'm running for Grant County Auditor.
Hi, this is Kelly Moore from Moore Furniture. I want to let you all know how excited we are about Sealy's new gel memory foam beds. Sealy has taken memory foam to a whole new level by infusing gel beads into the mattress to keep you from getting too warm while you sleep. They come with a 25-year warranty, and we've got them on our floor for you to try out. We also offer free delivery and in-house financing, so stop by and see us and get yourself sleeping good at night. Remember, whatever you do in bed, Sealy supports it. So come see us at Moore Furniture in Ephrata or find us on the web at moorefurniture.net.
The next story is about Wilson Creek's annual Harvest Festival that raises money for students in the FFA and future business leaders of America. Reporter Jeff Chu joined in on the fun and has the story.
Wilson Creek's annual Harvest Festival has a lot of things going on, including a parade, a fun run, games, and Future Farmers of America barbecue, plus live music. You have everything from tooting antique cars at the Main Street Parade to a cow pie plop and a band playing the hits in the community park. What's a cow pie plop? Well, it's like bingo, where people buy a square inside a fenced-off area with a calf grazing inside. Anywhere the little calf delivers his mark, so to speak, signifies a winner. Students and community leaders are a big part of the event. That's Wilson Creek School District Superintendent Mike Riggs beating the drums behind members of Columbia Basin-based band, the Time Flyers. Wilson Creek Mayor Kathy Burnett was telling people about the history showcased at Wilson Creek Museum in the historic bank building across the street from the park. Festival organizers say the event reflects the heart of Wilson Creek. Population a little more than 200, nestled between bluffs and grain silos about 27 miles east of Ephrata. Lane Rebell, a Wilson Creek High School junior who helped organize the event, said the annual Wilson Creek Harvest Festival raises funds for the school district and other local interests, including the American Cancer Society.
The barbecue proceeds are going to the Wilson Creek FFA chapter. The parade, we don't charge anything, and we're just trying to build it up, make Wilson Creek bigger, make us be known, so we can have our Harvest Fest. And most of it, I know that the FBLA has nonprofit Cancer Society stuff going on, donations over there.
Lane likes the parade the most, which is no surprise since he announced the entries.
I like that everybody shows up and drives down the street. It makes us look like Wilson Creek's known. It's not just some little place.
Lane's mother, Kelly, who was a Wilson Creek City Councilwoman, also helped organize the event with Carol O'Callahan, the school district's librarian and student body advisor. Kelly Rebell said the festival has been around for about 40 years and is a big part of the town's identity.
It's been a huge part of my life.
Kelly said just about everyone in town shows up for the festival.
They all come out and participate, and Carol Callahan has really tried in the short time that school has started to get the kids excited about it.
The event primarily raises funds for students in the FFA and future business leaders of America.
Our FFA kids use it to go to nationals. Our FBLA kids use it to go to state and nationals. Graduating classes, they start earning money from their freshman year, so that their senior year, those kids have enough money where the entire class gets to go and spend a week of vacation.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
Rounding out this week's news coverage is a story on Ephrata's Cloudview Farm, raising money to educate local school children. Reporter Jeff Chu caught up with farm manager Carly Thompson during their fall festival.
Cloudview's owners say the farm is as much about education as it is about growing and selling organic produce. That's why the Ephrata Area Farm puts on its annual Fall Festival to raise money to educate local school children about where their food comes from and how it grows. Carly Thompson, Cloudview Ephrata Farm manager, said the farm is only 3 years old and has come a long way.
In 2014, we've had about 500 kids come out from Ephrata schools.
Jim Barrett, owner and co-creator of Cloudview Farms in Royal City and Ephrata, was at the Fall Fest demonstrating to kids and adults how cider is pressed from fresh apples. Barrett, who comes from 4 generations of farmers, said the organic farms are also a nonprofit training grounds for older students looking for a career in sustainable agriculture.
I created this model that helped young people, 20 and 30-year-old somethings, give them an opportunity to small-scale farm.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
And that wraps up our weekend edition. iFiber One News will be back on Monday at 5 p.m. with the latest news from around the Columbia Basin. Thank you for watching.